Good morning from the Reykjavik International Airport here in Iceland. We are flying out. We've got a 26-hour journey here to Stockholm, Stockholm to Dubai, Dubai finally to Jakarta, and it's a busy airport. Luckily, Iceland helping it out. They've got the special assistance families lane, so we get to bypass at least one huge line. We'll see what's next, but either way, this is pretty good. They're going to check all of our QR codes here. You're talking about all 5 of our COVID PCR tests, negative results. We also need a whole slew of stuff to get into Indonesia. Now, we might not have to deal with that here. That might be a Stockholm thing, because those are the actual international flights on Emirates Airlines, which is our final airline. Right now, we're on Icelandic Air. So we are going to go through here, film the whole thing, see what it's about with these QR codes. Hopefully it'll be smooth, as everything has been here in Iceland over these last 9 days. But all right, let's I think we're next, so we'll get all this stuff checked in and let you know how the process goes. All right, so the check-in process, no problem now. Regarding all the QR codes, all the guy needed to really do, the host there, was see the QR codes and read the results. So we had, of course, our 5 negative COVID tests. That was the whole ordeal we did yesterday. And again, we had to do the PCR tests because we're going to Indonesia, so they don't take the rapid antigen. So all right, either way, the whole process, checking in easy with 3 kids. The family line made it much faster. And now we go on to security. Looks like that's over here. And all the organization, this is great. So here we go with the information. Estimated waiting time for security, less than 5 minutes. I don't know, I find Iceland to be well organized and like very thoughtful with the information.
And the family check-in was fantastic. That starts your whole morning off wonderful.
So coming here to Iceland with family, if you're kind of thinking where should we go internationally as our first trip after a couple of years, Iceland could be a good contender for you. All right, now I gotta hit the boarding passes. All right, even the security checks were a very friendly process here in Reykjavik. So we had a couple of things in our bags that got us flagged. Cedar had a little travel yogurt, like one of those kinds of those sucky packets, and I had Forrest water bottle that I forgot to empty out. But even with that, the security team, I kind of pulled us aside. They went through the stuff, found those 2 items, and just had us run through it again. So it was no problem. It was very fast, easy process. So we have about an hour now till we board here at the international terminal. So we're gonna just sort of stroll around, find a place to sit. There is no airport lounge that we have access to with priority pass, so I was actually surprised to see that there was no priority pass lounge here. But either way, we are not short on lack of options. There's all types of food courts, restaurants, and little bars all around the place. So either way, we're just gonna hang out until our flight. If we get some food, I'll show you what that looks like. So here we go, on to the planes here in just a few minutes. All right, so just at the end of the hall, we come to our gates. We are over here in C22, right across from the old kind of the bar restaurant there. So again, a very clean, well-organized airport. They even have our kids' favorite feature just right over here, the kids play area. You guys having fun?
Yeah.
It's good times? All right, so all the climbing stuff, and the kids are on the big huge iPad. All right, Cal, how you doing?
Hey, good.
What'd you get for us?
Americanos, 2 Americanos, and 2 green smoothies.
Green smoothies, nice, they look good. How much did it cost?
Let me think. 3,258 kroner.
Okay, so $20-something for 2 coffees and 2 smoothies. Fair enough, fair enough. You know, ultimately, Iceland has been expensive, but not so over the top, I didn't think. The exchange rate right now is in the US dollar favor, so we'll put all that down below, at least as our time here.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna enjoy these drinks. We're going to let the kids play over here for a little bit, and then on to our first flight of 3. So 26 total hours. We are chock full of arts and craft supplies on both kids' bags, some stuffed animals, all of our technology stuff.
Yeah, I think we're ready.
Yeah, I'm thinking a lot of movies.
17 hours of movies.
So, yeah, a lot of good ones, hopefully. So, all right, we'll see you on the plane. And while we're sitting here on the tarmac waiting to taxi and take off, one thing I wanted to talk about was the mask situation. So right now, Granite and Cedar are aged 9 and 7, and the expectation here is that they'd be wearing their mask the whole time. Forrest, however, is 3, so he is still able to go maskless, and he doesn't really draw any attention with that. So I know on the U.S. domestic flights, it's basically 2 and over. While you're international, 3-year-olds don't have to wear a mask, which is great because Forrest does pretty well in masks, but he does, you know, it's just not there for him, and we're fine with him not wearing masks. There are certainly little kids that could be wearing masks if they're tolerant of them, but international flights, there is no real expectation that a 3-year-old would be wearing a mask at all. So this has been really easy for us with him without the mask on. Alright, so they're starting to bring out the first round of food here, and we've got what for the kids. We've got cheese bread, a little one of these Swiss cheeses, apple juice. Grady, get the same thing? Looks like it, yeah, same combination. Alright, cool, so a good little spread for the kids. Welcome to Stockholm. Now we are here for just 2 hours and 45 minutes. Unfortunately, we're way out in Terminal F, and the one priority pass that's here in Terminal 5 is by A and B. So we've kind of got either a really long way to go that way through a couple passport controls, or we're just going to find food along here. Of course, you've got grocery stores, and it looks like at least a couple of places down there. But this little wing F is not very big. I can already see our gate down there, but again, you have to go through lots of passport controls to kind of maneuver around this airport. So it's going to be some airport food for us. And we are here at this little coffee shop cafe. Toasties. What did you get? Americanos?
Americano.
Yeah.
Chips.
Cakes, chips. And let's see, what did that total cost? The total for all this food is 435 Swedish money. All right, I'll put that right here. Probably expensive, but either way, no time to go to the priority pass, so you got to kind of make do with what you got. So we're gonna dig in. We have, let's see, yeah, about an hour now before we have to board the plane. Okay, time to board the plane to Dubai, and getting through the ticket agent there was definitely a bit of a chore. Not a hassle, but definitely a chore. So that was COVID test, that was Indonesian work visas, that was passports. It was definitely multi-step. Our EHOX, which is sort of an Indonesian visa process. So all of that had to be verified, plus our work visas. And it took about 15 minutes to get through the gate. So either way, it was no problem after all the verifications. And now we're just waiting to get on board. Woohoo!
We made it!
We made it! So we are on our second flight officially, still on the ground, about to take off, but this is a 6-hour and 25-minute flight from Stockholm to Dubai, and it's Emirates, so now we're gonna have a whole bunch of movies and lots of great entertainment, and the food should be pretty good too here in economy, so we will check in with you in just a little bit. So one of our usual travel tips, of course, is to order kids meals, which come automatically based on their age, but Kelly also down there has a special request meal, so she typically goes with vegan meals on the plane. That way it's brought out early with the other kids. So I'm totally like hands-free now. They haven't brought out the main courses. That way if Forrest needs any sort of assistance, I'm not pinned in with the tray while we're all just like trapped. So she'll eat her food rather quickly, and by the time she's done is when my food gets here. That way one of us is always generally able to hop up and help able to assist the kids. And it looks like today, mac and cheese, chicken, peas. I've been out again. I'm like, I wish I had a kids meal. Bon appetit. All right, so we got some prompt snappy service here on the meals. So we've got a fried potato, chicken, lentil salad, caramel chocolate dessert there. Kind of give it a try here, at least the potatoes. I stand corrected, that's more of a mashed rice dish. Tasty, why not? And then the chicken, let's give that a try as well. All right, let's see how this goes. Surprisingly moist for, economy food. And that's sort of like a sun-dried tomato sauce. So all in all, not a bad meal. Gets the job done. Kids are all finished up. Just sort of kind of picking at the last bits there, and I'll enjoy the meal, and we'll see you the next time. And welcome to Dubai. So our second flight is down. Now we are in Dubai, an airport we've been at many, many times before. for about 4.5 hours. So thankfully the lounges here are open. We are gonna work our way to the Elaine Lounge, which is a lounge we're also quite familiar with. So we're gonna work our way there now, probably get changed into some warmer, cooler clothes. Cooler clothes, because it is hot here in Dubai. Yeah. Even in the airport it feels really hot. Okay, so we got about a 10-minute walk right down to the lounge. And we have made it to the Elaine Lounge. This is one of our favorite lounges in the Dubai International Airport. We're on Concourse B, and the good thing about the Dubai Airport in particular is they have priority pass lounges in all their international concourse, so A, B, C, and so on. But either way, we have always preferred this one here in B, the Elaine Lounge, and the food is just outstanding. I've got Korean beef, I've got chicken, I got fish, meatballs, pasta salad, hummus. Granted, you've already cleared a plate.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Hey, by the way, Granted, do you have any sort of tips for international long-haul flights to share with the fellow 9-year-olds?
I would say you should watch like Harry Potter, because like Harry Potters are like 2 hours long.
So you like the longer movies?
Yeah.
Helps the time go by? Good call, good call. All right, I like that. And Cedar, what about you? Do you have any tips for fellow 7-year-old international travelers?
Yeah. So you should bring your headphones, because the airplane ones aren't that comfortable.
All right, so you're a big advocate of like buying some good headphones. Yours came from Amazon. You like the ones you've got?
Yeah.
All right, we'll link to those down below. And Kelly, what about you? Any sort of like mom tips?
Come rested and stay hydrated during the flight.
Yeah, hydrated during the flight, come rested. Bring a bunch of changes of clothes for little guys like that.
Yeah.
You never.
Clothes, lots of diapers. Usually, all of our diapers and our luggage show up, but every once in a while, a piece of luggage might go in a different direction, and then it's always good to have something on hand to get through at least one day once you get into wherever you're landing.
Yeah, very good. And fellow fathers, flexibility is key. You know, I maintain all the passports and all the QR codes and everything, so it's like Kelly can focus on the kids while I'm dealing all the check-in stuff, so we sort of divide and conquer that way. All right, so we have got 3.5 hours just to chill. We'll probably have a couple of beers in a minute, and then we board our last flight, the 8-hour flight to Jakarta. All right, we're gonna relax. We'll see you in a bit. And that fast 3 hours has gone by. Now, I love being in the Elaine Lounge, but boy, I'm feeling tired now. That jet lag is really starting to kick in. We're, I think, on hour 18 of travel. So we've got the big flight now. This is from Dubai to Jakarta, and that is, I think, an 8.5-hour flight. That is a huge jar of Nutella, by the way. Wow. That's yeah, it's pretty big. All right, anyway, on to, I'm getting like delirious now. So this is actually a Nutella store. So of all the things, a Nutella store. All right, we will see you on the plane. So we are about 2 hours outside of Jakarta, and they just brought our kind of like, it's like lunch, but to me it should be breakfast because you've been sleeping this whole time. But this is about hour 24 into our flight, and there's no surprise about what's going on over here. All 3 kids out like lights. All right, so eat a little bit, land the plane, and then we'll get over to the Jakarta airport. All right, well, here we are, got the luggage. We are headed to a hotel for 6 nights, 7 days. So ultimately flying 26 hours with 3 kids, not impossible. It's all about, I would say, flexibility, right, Cal?
Yep, and food. Having enough food, snacks.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we did have one major tantrum from Forrest that was going through immigration, actually. So
Not even on the airplane.
The guy, yeah, airplane rides are great. It was the immigration that really got him. So we did PCR tests here at the airport in Jakarta. We got all of our visas checked, all of our passports.
Organized.
Yeah, it was a really quick process when it was all done and said. But either way, hope you enjoyed this episode. You can see for yourself that it's not impossible to fly 26 hours of travel with 3 kids. All right, we are tired, heading to the hotel for 6 days. So we will see ya in the next video.